This little bird with striking red patches on the shoulder is a red-winged blackbird, singing to attract a mate and protecting his territory. The red-winged blackbird is one of the most abundant birds in North America. As with most male birds, holding outstanding real estate is everything to the red-winged blackbird. They are one of the first migratory birds to be back in their homeland in the early spring and start defending their territory before females arrive some weeks later. Protecting the territory may seem simple, but he could well be facing a life or death situation, because the weather in the early spring could still be wintry with snowfalls, and he could freeze to death. But if he's successful in protecting a resource-rich land, he could be well off and possibly mate up to 15 females. Red-winged blackbirds are polygynous, meaning one male will mate and share his territory with more than one female, or usually around 5 females. A female also mate with more than one male, raising a couple of clutches during the breeding season with unknown father. The land with plentiful resources is the first priority for females. Still, a male could use his charm to attract females with his singing and presentation. He puffs up his chest and spreads the wings to show off the red badges on his shoulders. The male uses the same display to threaten other males that enter his territory. This male has a tight grip on the tiny branch, sometimes stands with one leg despite the twig is shaken by the strong wind. This one almost lost his balance, but he didn't fall. So you see, not always easy for them to stay on reeds or branches. Can you imagine holding onto a rope or standing on the top of a pillar, keeping your balance and singing from the core at the same time? I know our anatomical features are different from birds, but you get an idea. The red-winged blackbird sings like this for hours in the morning and evening during the breeding season. Also, I have noticed there are some less professional singers among them. This male sometimes skipped his response to the other male's singing, and his singing could sometimes get a little off. While the red-winged blackbirds are very territorial during the breeding season, I see 3 males singing in the territory, within a couple square meters apart from each other. While the territory size may vary among red-winged blackbirds, the typical size a male tends to control is approximately 2,000 square meters. I expected the male on the top of the cattail would try to chase off the two males on the ground, but nothing happened. To me, they seem to be letting others know where they are foraging. So, how do they communicate? There have been some studies that the male red-winged blackbirds use call switching as an alert system. A male shifts from one call to another when he detects a predator or even an object suddenly moves. This blackbird has switched his call from chick to peek as he noticed me. Meanwhile, the almost invisible brown female stays low nearby vegetation, quietly building nests. The female red-winged blackbird is one of the trickiest birds to identify and is often mistaken for sparrows. Because they are omnivorous, meaning they feed on both plant and animal food, the red-winged blackbird has a love and hate relationship with farmers. During the spring and fall, the red-winged blackbirds mainly feed on the seeds of weeds and grains, including corn and rice. The red-winged blackbird often forages seeds on the ground, which she is doing here. If large flocks get together, they could seriously damage crops, becoming a plague to farmers. On the other hand, they switch their diet to animal food during the summer month, including those insects that farmers want to get rid.